Been so long, I haven't even used my camera in a while. Where have I been? Yeah. Today I want to talk about a topic that is very important to most of us that may be in menopause or post-menopause. And that is the exact reason why I stopped dieting and still continue to lose weight. So I'll share, if you want to know, some of the things that I've done to make sure that I can continue losing weight and not drive myself crazy by always worrying about restricting the diet. So as we age, we all know this, our estrogen levels go down, they decrease, and in my case, bottomed out to almost nothing. And that causes weight gain, especially around the belly area. And everything that I've been trying, as you guys were aware in the past year or so, seemed like it would be a temporary fix, drop a few pounds, and then back up again. Okay, so I had to totally reset my mind, most important, before I had to reset the physical part of releasing that extra weight. So I didn't make a conscious choice until it just all of a sudden clicked like a light bulb in my head and just said, hey, I'm doing a lot of fasting, which we know is not a diet, but it's about eating at a certain time of day and making sure you're fasting more extensively throughout the day. And what I decided is just to eat when I felt like eating, and back to the intuitive eating, right? So respecting my body. If I felt hungry, I just ate. I took myself off of a schedule. Even though I am most comfortable not eating in the morning, that's totally fine. I was, unintentionally still fasting. Intermittent fasting, and what it looked like was about a 16-8, sometimes 18-6. And then I stuck to 2 meals a day. And when I say 2 meals, I mean one good size of a meal, like lunch or dinner, and then a half a meal, which is more like a snack, was my second meal. And I didn't look at calorie counting. I didn't look at, all the macros on my plate per se. But what I did do is eliminate sweets, like desserts, because I was that girl that liked to eat sweets after dinner with my husband, and instead just stuck to the nutrient dense foods, whole foods. And I know this may come of a little bit of surprise to some of you all, because I had been whole food plant-based, right, for probably most of the last 2 years, give or take. I never stopped eating animal protein. And what I did is uptake on the animal protein, meaning the fish, the eggs, even some red meat. And I just looked at it as every meal has to lead with protein and building that up as much as I can. And without going overboard, it made me feel amazing, amazing. And so the diet is eating what I want within reason and going with what my body tells me and what I need. So I'm craving that protein because we need the iron. We need to feel sustainable, where I'm not feeling like I'm going to eat somebody's arm off at the end of the night when it's right before bedtime. So that is the main thing that I did. I ate what I liked and just enjoyed it. I am a big walker, and so I walk every day, and instead of taking a day off, 2 days off, 3 days off, I didn't do it. I walked every day, and then I really got into my weightlifting. So I did an uptake on that, and I just stopped with making the excuses and do the weightlifting and cut back on the cardio. That is not what I needed. So everyone's different, and then what works for you is great, and what works for me is great also. So I decided that I'm not going to make an excuse no matter how I felt every day. If I felt too tired, if I just didn't have what I think in my mind enough time, oh, we make time. So essentially making priority of the self-care that I needed. Now, the other thing is I uptaked my water. So my water is a gallon a day. And, you know, I heard that on other channels and, you know, I thought I couldn't get it all in. But really, it was 16 ounces of water. Drink that first thing in the morning. Drink another 16 ounces within the hour. And I was well on my way. So basically, I needed 8 glasses of those 16 ounces of water for the whole day. And that was my gallon. That was the game changer about the weight starting to release and to make sure I'm digesting everything well. Not only with the supplements that you take, you know, you can't count on supplements. You have to really look at the diet, the intake, but then I will tell you my next step of what I really had to do and to stop the insanity and keep repeating the same things over and over. Because we're a new system. And so you know that in menopause, you know, all the rules that I had in the last 3, 4, 5 years, yeah, I was perimenopausal at the time. So those things were working for me. And now I had to just stop and really reinvent myself in my mindset. And that is where it all begins, is making those small changes and not saying, hey, no, this is not going to work before I even given it a chance. Or no, I can't eat that because it's not plant-based. You know, I just decided I'm going to see what happens if I eat what my body's craving, listen to it, and then voila, we'll go from there. Because you can always change. Your body changes, is what they say, whoever they are. But what even medical providers say is, you know, your body changes every few years, 5 to 7 years. So, you know, it's asking for different things, different requirements. And that is where it really clicked for me. I had to make priority in stress management and my self-care. Again, it comes back to mindset, but I had to cancel all the distractions and the noise, at least as much as I could possibly do in my own personal life. And that meant I had to take a break and a hiatus from all the social media, including YouTube here with the videos. I really needed to learn how to turn off, and, you know, creativity goes out the door when you're stressed out. And if your hormones are out of sort, which we know they were, and, you know, we're always going to be a work in progress. And so I just felt like I crashed and burned, and also just Instagram, any of those social media outlets, I shut down, and that was probably about 2 months. And I still am very careful about how much I am returning into social media. So I'm very guarded about how much I'll look at it. I don't come online if it's not intentional and purposeful. Like, I may be doing some research and looking for whatever subject matters that may be pertaining to self-care, but at the same time, I get in and I get out quickly. You know, I really was in a funk for a while because my weight had went up so fast and I just didn't understand how to control it. But it started with the self-care. There are days I will take a full day, go outside of the area, leave the house, make sure that you're not being distracted by everyone else, turn off the phone, and just write in a journal. And look at something visually pleasing to yourself. For us, there's a lovely lake out here in Lake Las Vegas. It's gorgeous. And it just looks very serene and peaceful. And nobody's in a rush out there. It doesn't feel like you're in the desert. It doesn't feel like you're in a city. It's just a small community that have gorgeous homes all around the lake. There's a few hotels there, but at the same time, it just it just feels good just to sit down and not be bothered by anything on the outside that would cause the stress levels to go up and almost put you, in the ER just because of all the anxiety that you carry, and you're carrying the burdens of pleasing others and helping others. And that's what we're on the earth to do, to help others. But pleasing others is not necessarily going to benefit yourself if it's not what you want to do or you desire. So the weight would not release in all that year of last year and going probably into January. And I had to say, you're gonna do things for yourself and stop feeling like you're holding all the world's problems on your shoulders. In the end, I stopped dieting in this postmenopausal world. I eat when I feel like eating. I don't necessarily look at the clock when it comes to intermittent fasting. If I'm going to do a real fast, then, 36 hours, 48 hours, I will still do that occasionally, but I did not do that for the last couple of months. And so I just took the time to eat what I felt and feel good at doing it and not feel guilty about eating anything that, as long as it was whole foods then and nutrient dense, then that's what I ate. So my advice is, if you're struggling with weight gain in postmenopause or menopausal, you can even be perimenopause. If you're struggling, I would encourage you to have more movement. And I know we say this all the time, and that's very general, but pick up some weights. Do some sculpting classes or things like that, toning type of classes, that will burn the fat incredibly better and more efficiently. And then de-stress, get that sleep, get a bunch of water in your body, and really be serious and commit. These are small changes, may seem like it's daunting at the beginning, but it only takes a couple of days and then weeks and then months after, say, 60 days, it's your daily usual habit. You just see how it just becomes part of your life. Bottom line is, I will be seeing you on the next video. And just remember, the message of the day is you can always begin again. And that self-talk that you are doing with your body, it will respond to whatever you think about yourself. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Cheers.